This man didn't just make music. He challenged power. He exposed corruption, and he paid the price for it. Beaten, arrested, silenced, and one day they came for everything he built. Even his mother wasn't spared. This is the story of Fela Kuti, the man who fought a government with music. Fela was born in 1938 in Abeokuta, Nigeria, into a family that was anything but ordinary. His father was a respected school principal, but it was his mother who truly shaped him. Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti was one of Nigeria's first female activists, a fearless woman who stood up to colonial authorities, fought for women's rights, and never backed down from power. So from a young age, Fela didn't just grow up in a home. He grew up in resistance. Like many African parents at the time, his family wanted something respectable for him, so they sent him to London to study medicine. But Fela had other plans. Instead of medical school, he enrolled in a music college. That one decision would change everything. In London, he studied music deeply, but it wasn't until he traveled to the United States that his mind truly opened. There, he encountered the Black Power movement and saw artists using their voices to challenge injustice. And something clicked. Music wasn't just sound. It was a weapon. When he returned to Nigeria, he began creating a new genre, Afrobeat, a powerful mix of jazz, funk, African rhythms, and unapologetic political messages. Fela didn't just make songs. He made statements. He called out corruption, criticized the military government, and exposed the suffering of everyday Nigerians. His lyrics were bold, direct, and fearless. Songs like Zombie openly mocked the military, and that made him a target. But Fela didn't stop there. He created his own commune and called it Kalakuta Republic, a place where he lived with his band, his family, and his followers. But it wasn't just a home. He declared it independent from the Nigerian government, a symbolic act of defiance. In his world, he made the rules, and that kind of boldness didn't go unnoticed. In 1977, the government struck back. Hundreds of soldiers stormed Kalakuta Republic. They beat Fela brutally, destroyed his home, burned everything in sight, and attacked everyone inside. It was chaos. It was violence. But the most heartbreaking moment was what they did to his mother. Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti, an elderly woman, a national figure, a symbol of resistance, was thrown from a window. She later died from her injuries. Most people would have been broken by something like that. But not Fela. Instead of going silent, he became louder. He carried his mother's coffin to a military barracks in protest, a moment that shocked the nation. And he kept making music, even after multiple arrests, even after beatings, even after losing everything. He refused to stop. Because for Fela, this was bigger than music. It was a fight. Fela Kuti didn't just create Afrobeat. He created a movement. He showed the world that music could challenge power, that truth could be spoken, even when it was dangerous. His influence lives on today, not just in African music, but across the world. Artists still draw from his sound, his courage, and his message. They tried to silence him. They attacked him. They destroyed his home. They took his mother. But they couldn't stop his voice, because Fela wasn't just making music. He was telling the truth, and the truth is hard to kill. If you want more stories like this, the ones they don't teach you, subscribe now for more forgotten history.